Okay, so ordering groceries online with Amazon Fresh. One of the reasons I chose to start with Amazon Fresh or to do Amazon Fresh for this is because they do accept SNAP and EBT benefits. So that just as a consideration here, a sort of a unique thing about Amazon Fresh is that they do that. It's relatively easy to enter your SNAP number and just get started on it. So what Amazon Fresh is, it's an online grocery delivery service that provides same-day delivery to your home during a 2-hour window. Sometimes it'll end up being the next day, depending on when you order in the day. If you order earlier in the morning, you can generally get afternoon or evening delivery. So Amazon Fresh is available to Amazon Prime members. So if you're an Amazon Prime member, a regular membership is $14.99 a month, which, I mean, it can be a little pricey, but if it's something that's worth it to you. Or you may also be eligible for a half price on a subscription every month if you get any sort of a group of benefits, of government benefits of any kind. We'll go through what that is. But, and this is a different thing, is right now, Amazon Fresh is actually available to anyone who receives EBT and SNAP benefits without either of those memberships. All right, so you don't have to have any sort of Prime membership. If you get SNAP benefits, then you are eligible to use Amazon Fresh. So go through how you would sign up for that. Okay, so a little bit of the ins and outs of how this works. So with Amazon Fresh, you can either order from Amazon or from Whole Foods. Okay, so we'll go through this. You choose whether you're ordering from Amazon Fresh or from Whole Foods. They're partnered together, so you can do either through the same website. So just keep in mind that there are delivery fees that are incurred for these orders. Amazon Fresh actually just recently sort of upped their delivery fees, which is annoying, but we'll go through that as well. So think about how cost effective this is for you. If you make a large order on Amazon Fresh, like $150 or more, there is no delivery fee, okay? But for orders under $150, delivery fees can range anywhere from $3.95 to $9.95. If it's a really small order, they're going to charge you more for delivery. The larger the order gets, the less that delivery fee costs. Whole Foods, on the other hand, has a delivery fee of $9.95. It's flat for anything. You can also pick up a order at Whole Foods, and that pickups are free for anything over $35. That takes out some of the convenience of the delivery aspect, but I just wanted you to know that that's an option. Just know too that delivery fees can't be paid with your EBT or SNAP benefits. So you could pay for all the food with SNAP, but then you need to be able to cover a delivery fee if you have one with another form of payment, like a debit card, a credit card. You can take directly from your bank account. You can even use Venmo. So that can also be used if you purchase items that are not SNAP eligible. That payment form can also be used to pay for those items too. And just keep in mind too that those delivery fees don't include driver tips. We'll talk a little bit about tips and how they get included, or how you can change them in your payment, or how you can tip by cash as well. So let's talk about how you get started ordering on Amazon Fresh. So if you currently receive SNAP benefits, so this is the way to get into Amazon Fresh without a Prime membership, either a full price one or a discounted one. If you have EBT SNAP benefits, then you are eligible to use Prime, okay? So let's say you don't want to get a Prime membership, but you do want to order from Amazon Fresh. This is what we're going to do right now. So you start out by going to amazon.com/snap, and what you'll see is a screen that looks like the one on your right, and it will tell you some information about how you do this. You'll enter your EBT PIN whenever you buy anything. That's part of the way of keeping it secure. So you're going to click on this button that says add your SNAP EBT card. You'll then be prompted to log into your Amazon account if you already have one, or to create a new Amazon account if you've never used an account on Amazon before. So starting a new Amazon account is relatively similar to starting an account with just about anything. So they'll ask for your email address, your name, your delivery address, and a password. And then they will send you a confirmation email, one of the ones where they give you a number that you need to enter just to confirm your email. You go ahead and do that if you haven't made an Amazon account in the past. And again, this doesn't mean you have to have a Prime membership. If you've ever ordered something off of Amazon and entered your email address and your password for that, you should have an Amazon account. This will just be connecting your EBT card to it. Once you have done that, you'll be asked to enter your EBT card number. So go ahead and enter the number on your card and press continue. And it should be a really instantaneous turnaround, and you should be ready to start shopping just from there. Okay, so that's all you need to do if you currently get SNAP, is go ahead and do that, and you'll be ready to shop with Amazon Fresh. So I want to go through the steps if you don't actually receive SNAP right now, or if you're interested in having a discounted Prime account. Okay, so if you don't currently receive SNAP benefits, you may still qualify for that $6.99 a month Prime membership through a program called Prime Access. And if you get a Prime membership, it's not just that you can order from Fresh, it's that you also have access to Prime Video, Prime Music, all the world of Prime things, the free or discounted shipping on all sorts of other items directly from Amazon. So that, you know, if you want the whole range of things, this might be worth considering. Again, if you have SNAP benefits, you qualify for it, you just have to apply for it. And we'll look at some of the other things that can make you eligible for it. One thing to keep in mind too is even if you have Prime, Amazon Fresh orders still include that delivery fee if they're under $150. Okay, so to get one of these discounted memberships, it's called Prime Access. It's the exact same thing as a Prime membership. There's no difference except that you're paying half price, which is nice. You're going to go to amazon.com/Prime Access. And this is just a list. If you're part of any of these government programs, you should be able to qualify for these half price Prime memberships. So supplemental security income, not SSDI or Social Security. Those are different things. SNAP, Medicaid, direct expense debit card. If you have TAMP, if you have kids or grandkids and are enrolled in the National School Lunch Program, low-income home energy assistance, WIC, or tribal assistance. So any of those, if you have your identification, whatever the form of identification is for that has your number, like so your SNAP number, your Medicaid number, you should be able to qualify for that half price membership. They're going to start you off with a 30-day trial. They would do that whether you're paying full price or half price. Just remember that after the 30-day trial, you will be, if you get a half price membership, you'll be charged $6.99 a month with whatever form of payment you provide them with to charge you on a regular basis. So once you've done that, either of those things, so if you do the SNAP number just as its own thing, or if you get your Prime membership, either a discounted one or a non-discounted one, you are ready to shop on Amazon Fresh. So that makes you eligible. It should be a quick turnaround. You're approved. Now you can start ordering groceries. So you want to go to the main Amazon page, and there's a lot of ways to get to this. I'm just showing you one, and go to groceries. Okay, and once this page opens up, you're going to see the first available delivery window for you. Okay, so I did this, I took these screenshots yesterday afternoon, and the first available delivery window for me was tomorrow, which is now today, from 6 to 8 a.m. So just know that's going to be your earliest one. You can always adjust this delivery window when you check out. You can make it later. So if you're not going to be home at the earliest time, you can make it a little bit later. So you can see that, just check that out, just to know, what sort of window you're looking at. And then start searching for what it is you want to order. You can either type an item in the search box, or you can go to shop aisles, and we'll look at that in a second too. We're just going to do a little demonstration. So let's say I wanted some fresh tomatoes. So I just look up fresh tomatoes in the search bar, and these are some of the results I get. Some of the first two results you get might be sponsored results that are kind of a little off. Like I looked at fresh tomatoes, and I think the first thing I saw was like ketchup, which is not it. It was a sponsor. It was an ad as opposed to the thing itself. So make sure you scroll down until you see the thing that you're actually looking for. So I got these results. And just keep in mind too, if you're shopping with your EBT card, just to make sure you know which items are SNAP and EBT eligible. And it'll say on each of them if they are. Okay. And so if anything is SNAP or EBT eligible and you have your SNAP benefits in there, you can use it for that. And again, if you order something that is not SNAP or EBT eligible, they'll ask you if you want to use your alternate payment method, so a credit card, debit card, Venmo, to pay for that. And once you see the item you want, pretty standard, just click on the quantity you want and then click add to cart. One thing I wanted to note with you too is that if you're not using EBT for something, you can set up a repeat delivery of an item. So if you wanted it every week or every month, one of the issues with, you can't actually do that with EBT cards because you have to enter your PIN number every time you make a purchase. So if you're buying things with the EBT card, you can't actually set up a repeat delivery. You have to just add that each time. You can make something, you can star something and make it like a favorite item so you can come back to it, but it won't do the automatic repeat delivery, which is kind of a drag, but how it is right now. All right, and then another way to look through things, if you just want to sort of browse like you're at the grocery store, is to go to this tab that says Shop Aisles. And if you click on that from the home screen, you'll have the option to browse by category. So you'll see there's like breads and bakery, there's produce, there's deals. I just wanted to point out that there's one that's SNAP EBT. So if you want to make sure that everything that you're ordering is SNAP eligible, that's one way to do it. You can just go straight to that tab. Just click on Shop Aisles. And this is just the first sort of screen of this without scrolling down. So there's more categories than that, but those are just the first. All right, I just wanted to point out that one of the benefits of Amazon Fresh is that you may be able to buy hard to find items, or you may be able to find items that cost less than they do in your local store. I just got a picture here of like sesame oil, this particular sesame oil, like it costs twice as much in the store down the street from me. So there are deals you can find on here. Some things might be more expensive than your local store. Some things might be, way less expensive. Just a good tool to have if you're trying to like compare, prices, especially if you have any issues with mobility or just getting groceries from one place to another. It can be worth it to have the option of delivery. Okay, so let's say we've done our shopping and we are ready to check out. You're going to see, if you've ever used Amazon before, it'll look real similar. It's just this card up in the right hand corner. You're going to click on that card in order to check out. And you'll see I have 15 items in there. I actually cut it down just so you could see what I was doing on this screen. This will pop up. I bought a lot of berries. I mean, I didn't actually buy this, but this is my setup. I bought tons of berries and some bananas, but I didn't order like a huge order. So you'll see that my delivery fee is actually pretty high. This might not be the most economical way of doing this, but that's up to you. You'll see my total is 26. One thing I want to point out to you, just because it can be a little confusing, is that note that the cost of delivery here is actually going to be $9.95. Because what they're telling me right here is if I added $23.77, so if I made it $50, it would be a $6.95 delivery fee. So even though that's crossed out, just know that is what it currently is. This is what it would be if I added $23.77. Okay, so once we've got that figured out, we're going to click on Checkout Fresh Cart, and then they're going to say, do you want these other things? You can add whatever you want from this menu. And once you're all set, you click continue, and then you'll see the delivery windows, the potential delivery windows for you, and it'll start with that earliest one. But let's say, I'm not going to be home, then I'm going to be home from 12 to 2. I could go ahead and click on that. The delivery fee would be the same. All right, and then if you haven't entered any payment methods or your EBT card or any of that information, you'll be prompted to do it here. So again, these are the options you have. You can add a credit or debit card. You can draw directly from a checking account. You can add your EBT card here if you didn't get a chance to do it earlier. And then there's a switch that you can turn on if you have a gift card or a promo code or anything like that. But once you have that all set up the way that you want to be paying for this, you're going to go ahead and click continue. And just a reminder again that you need to have something other than EBT card to pay for the delivery fees if you have any. All right, finally, you're going to double check that all your charges are correct and that your delivery address is correct. I cut off my delivery address, but it'd be down here under your order total. And when you're ready, click place your order. One thing that you want to note on here is that I think this always defaults to $5 as the tip for your driver. It might default to something else if you have a larger order, I'm not sure. But if you want to change that, you can always click on edit and change it to the amount that you want. You can also tip your driver with cash if that is more convenient. Okay, and then check out your email for any updates about your order. So if there's any changes in delivery time, anything that is suddenly not in stock, something, just keep an eye on your email to see what the updates are and get ready for your groceries to arrive. And that's pretty much the process for that. When you click on groceries here, it's going to ask you if you want to order from Amazon Fresh or if you want to order from Whole Foods. Just keep in mind when you're shopping that those are going to be two different deliveries. So, you can choose to just shop from Whole Foods for a delivery from Whole Foods, or you can choose to just shop from Amazon Fresh. Just keep in mind that those will come as two separate things, and they will incur two different delivery fees. Don't get too confused about that, where you're paying more delivery fees than you need to. Another thing I wanted to point out too is on Amazon Fresh, because they're partnered with Whole Foods, you can get a number of Whole Foods. They have a brand that's like called 365. You can get a lot of those items through Amazon Fresh as well. The 365 items, which are generally, pretty good, organic, and relatively cheap. And you can't get them anywhere other than Whole Foods and Amazon Fresh. Maybe you can get them somewhere else, but I think those are the main two places. So just to keep in mind too. Amazon regular and fresh. I just wanted to talk about the distinction there too, is there are some like shelf-stable items like peanut butter, or like, all sorts of things that would be like pantry items that you can order directly from Amazon. It's not technically Amazon Fresh. So just keep that in mind too. If you want to order things in bulk, they might come a little bit later, but they're coming from Amazon as opposed to like the fresh warehouse. And I think if you order over $25 in those items from Amazon directly, there won't be a delivery fee for those. One of the things that I think is really cool about grocery delivery is that you can find things that you might not be able to find elsewhere, but also, getting around the city with groceries can be really difficult. And if you have any mobility issues, it's that much more difficult. And if you're relying on transportation to move groceries around, it might actually be more economical for you to order delivery, right? If you're factoring in the price of getting from one place to another, especially if you're making a larger order. So I just wanted to give you this as a good option. And prices on the food are good. They are pretty good. I was checking them, in comparison to what, I've been paying recently nearby, and the prices are quite good. Every now and then you'll come across something that's kind of expensive, but I think on the whole, they're comparable and sometimes less. Comparison shopping there might be helpful just to see what you'd pay at a store as opposed to delivery. So it might be worth your while. Definitely a good option, especially if you have any issues with getting groceries back and forth from your home.